On. We're good. We're live.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to Wine Down Wednesday. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope everybody has a chance to go grab a beverage of their choosing and sit down and enjoy a few minutes with us because we are celebrating today.
It's our birthday.
Woo!
Birthday in paradise. 14 years today. Well, not quite today. The 18th.
The 18th, but we're celebrating
But
all
we're
month long
celebrating
because
all
that's,
All month.
that's just what we do here.
Because go big or go home.
Congratulations, 14 years.
14
Yeah.
years.
I know. And when you think about it, back in 2008 when we opened, I remember as we were approaching 2009, like we weren't sure because of what was happening in the economy.
Yeah, everything, the bottom
We
dropped out.
weren't sure that we were going to make it to our year anniversary. I mean, we were kind of sweating bullets a little bit.
Oh my gosh, remember we were like, are we going to make payroll? I had
Yeah.
no idea what's going to
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, the
but we
market
did.
just went crazy, right? And no one had predicted that.
That was 2008.
That was
We
2008.
opened in 2008.
I remember I bought a house in 07 and that was like terrible.
Yes,
Yeah.
well, we did too.
The whole
We
market.
did too. We bought a house in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
bought it one in 2005.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And I
crazy
just
times.
thought, oh my gosh, how can this be happening to us?
So we lived through a recession and a pandemic.
Yeah. I
Yay!
don't know.
we're still
We
here.
are, yeah.
We're
What does
pretty
that say?
resilient. We're pretty
Thank you,
resilient.
patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We
Because
must
if
be
he
doing
doesn't
something
today.
right.
We must be doing something right, and
Yeah.
our patients have been so incredibly loyal. So we really
Yes.
appreciate that.
And I want to give a big welcome and thank you to Mike Miles for joining us from Cartessa.
Thank you. for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Mike. So 2 years ago, to the month,
Mm-hmm.
Mike was our guest on Wine Down Wednesday. So that tells you, A, how long we've been doing Wine Down Wednesday.
Yep.
And how long we've been drinking wine. And B, how much we still like Mike. So we invited him back.
I'll tell you guys, I've been drinking wine a lot more longer than 2 years. So,
Did it
Yes.
just start then? How many?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
You were
like
one
you
of-
were the
And we
first.
did it virtually because it was 2020. February, I think, wasn't it?
Well, so
oh,
you
No.
did one when I was in Las Vegas virtually.
that was
Yes.
the second time. So this is the
The
third
third
time
time.
you're
and,
our
then
guest.
and then I did one in that room over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Ye-
frequent flyer.
Yeah, because we started before 2020.
So that must have been,
Well, February 2020, we heard about COVID, but it was still like in Wuhan, China.
yeah, you're right.
You know?
Oh.
Wait, it wasn't
It
until
wasn't-
March that things were really
Yeah,
crazy.
all of a sudden things got crazy in March.
Yeah.
So
Here.
you must have been like our last live Wine Down Wednesday before the pandemic.
I bet. Yeah.
That's probably. Yeah.
Was I here?
No, you
No,
were pregnant
because
with
yeah, I would have. So it would have been. Yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe it was right before I left.
Yeah.
But anyway, we like
Yeah.
Mike, so we invite him
Yeah,
back.
we did.
Yay!
Obviously, and he likes wine like we like wine. Shannon, tell us what we're drinking.
Okay, and
This
Mike
is
might have
special.
to chime in because
This is
Mike has
special.
special talents, not only as our friend, not only as one of our sales reps who's been our sales rep for different things, but also he used to work at Fleming's, if I remember correctly, and he learned a lot about wines while he was there, so you might have to jump in and help me out. Anyway, today we're drinking a very special bottle because it's a very special month, being our
Yes.
birthday. It's a Sextant 2018 Night Watch. So this is a red blend. Dr. Weiss and I love blends. Any of you who usually join us probably know that. Like, when are they going to get off the red blend kit? But there's so many out
It's
there to
either
try.
Pinot
Right.
or it's
Pinot
a
or
red
red blend.
Yeah.
It is from Paso Robles, one of our favorite places, Paso Robles, California, just above Santa Barbara there. 40, and I read that it has lavender notes, and I think I can actually taste them. I don't know that I would have been able to taste them.
I feel like we should visit this winery and have
So-
Wine Down Wednesday there.
Well, this winery, I think, you know what? I have a better idea. I think we just need to do Paso Robles wine down Wednesday, like a tour.
Okay, we can talk
I know.
I'm getting all
because,
excited.
well, actually, because I am planning a trip to go visit my husband. He does the month of June in Paso with the military, and
They have a base there.
they have a base there.
Mhm.
Yes, that's
Can
how
you-
I got turned on to all these wines because there's
Right.
all these wonderful vineyards around there.
Yeah.
And so he goes once. He goes for a month every year, once a year, for a training exercise, and
So you can drink the whole time.
Well, if I was there the whole time, but yeah, I don't normally because he's so busy working. But if I had friends,
Yeah.
yeah,
We're friends. Yeah, we're
we know
friends.
each other.
We're friends since 2008.
Yeah.
And Mike's been our friend for at least 10
Probably,
years.
yes.
About 10 years,
Yeah.
At least 10 years,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So anyway, we're loving this wine. I'm sorry to say that unless you find somebody that has it on their shelves, you can't buy it anymore.
Nope, we
Not
were.
this particular one.
Where did you get it?
Well, we got it from the vineyard.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got it from. That's a special bottle that I had, and I brought it from home because I thought it's our birthday,
Okay.
Yeah.
and Mike's coming, and he likes wine.
What?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah.
yep. So
That
my
was-
husband's gonna be sad to see that this one's missing from the shelf.
Hopefully Greg's not
He
watching.
doesn't want.
He won't notice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this like a reserve bottle for them, or?
Yeah, this we would only get when we were members,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
like we were members of too many wine like vineyards, so we had to cut back, and that was one of them. But I'm thinking about rejoining that one because I miss the wine so much.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really smooth, right?
It's delicious.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's got fruit, but it's also strong enough where it's not something like you think with a white Zinfandel or something that's like sweet.
No,
Yeah.
it's
It's
not
got good
sweet,
structure.
and it's not super heavy.
Yeah.
It's a good, again, everyday drinking wine, but I could also eat this with a steak or anything.
Yeah. It goes well with steak, veal, even poultry. Although I would do it with like dark meat.
Okay.
I don't know. I think.
I don't usually drink something like this with like chicken.
Yeah.
So.
But also lamb.
Oh,
This would be
huge one.
really good
So
with
it-
lamb.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're on your own, Janet.
I like lamb.
Thank you,
like
Jill.
funky cheese or anything too,
I'm
so,
with you, Mike.
I don't like funky cheese either, but I like me some lamb.
It has to be cooked right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do the mint and everything with it?
Mint jelly,
Oh.
So
absolutely
nasty.
on the
So
side.
nasty.
And all you need when you cook lamb, salt, pepper, garlic.
Okay.
That's it.
You've cooked it yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Always like it.
and my
You've
husband-
cooked it or your husband's cooked it?
No, me.
Oh, good
'Cause he
job.
won't eat it.
Because he's smart. That's not his horrible.
I grew up on it. So I go to a restaurant, I order it. So
It sold at Fleming's, but I was like, as I was smelling it, and I tried a little bit, and I was like,
I have to be honest, I lived and worked on the Hopi Indian Reservation for 3 years, and they served up a lot of lamb.
Okay.
Lamb stewed, lamb this, and just the smell of boiled lamb.
oh, boiled.
'cause
Oh,
it was
no,
in
it has to be
soup and
roasted.
stew and
Oh.
stuff. So
A
not
roasted
for me.
leg of lamb.
So not for me. Anyway,
what did you do?
Poor lamb.
I was a physician on the Indian Reservation.
Okay.
What
Just
I-
doing family medicine?
Yeah, everything. Emergency medicine, delivering babies. Yeah, like full scope family medicine.
How was that?
Incredible. Like an incredible experience I moved from Rhode Island and I grew up in New York State
Okay.
and out to the Indian Reservation. But I have one of my very good friends to thank, Joanna Estes, who just turned 50. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Yay, happy birthday,
yes.
Joanna.
She and I did residency together, and she had this passion. She wanted to come out and work on the Indian reservations, and I came out to visit her, and they were recruiting at the time, and I was just finishing residency, and they would be willing to help me pay off some of my medical student debt, and so I did it for 3 years. Yeah,
Crazy.
And then she met Greg.
and then I met Greg like right before I left Rhode Island, and he happened to be from Phoenix, so it just all kind of worked out,
Mhm.
and it was, honestly, it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I didn't have fear about trying new things as a provider, like it's how I got into aesthetics, because I think I didn't really have fear of trying something different out of my comfort zone, and doing procedures, because up there it's like, you're it,
Yeah.
right? Somebody comes in with a broken arm,
Figured out.
they're looking at you to fix it,
Yep.
right? And so there's no specialists, there's none of that. Whatever comes through the door is,
For serious stuff, would they helicopter them out?
we had to figure out, depending on the weather, whether it was gonna be fixed wing, helicopter, road transport. I mean, it was things that you never thought about.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
But really great experience, learned a lot about medicine, but also learned a lot about the culture. I was given a Hopi name. I had a hair washing ceremony. I was actually adopted by two of the people I worked with as my Hopi mamas, and I have a Hopi name and everything. So.
And they were
really
at your wedding too, right?
Yeah.
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 That's so awesome.
So really incredible experience, and a third of the patient population had no running water or electricity. I mean, really things that you don't think about, just impacting health. So really incredible. So anyway, and now I do this, which is like so polar opposite. But I love it, and it's so fun for lots of different reasons. But I can't say enough about that experience. But eventually I had to move. I was pregnant with Julia, and I actually moved to Phoenix 2 weeks before she was born. So it was like cutting it pretty close. Otherwise I would have delivered up there. So, which you can do. I mean, I delivered babies up there, but I ended up in a C-section, and that wouldn't have been we didn't even have an OR there. So that was,
it's just as well.
It would have been a little hairy. So anyway, tell us about our specials.
We have so many great specials this month. I think we are just, I don't know, it's Valentine's Day, it's our birthday.
It's everything.
I don't know. Look at this, love in the air. Look at this beautiful weather we're having in February. We're so lucky. So the first one is purchase 2 syringes of any Juvederm filler. So that's Juvederm, Volbella, Voluma, Velour, etc., etc. 2 syringes, get 20 units of Botox for free. So 20 units is an area. That's, right between the brow. It could be, treating your crow's feet, whatever, your forehead, whatever. So free Botox, 20 units when you get 2 syringes of any Juvederm filler. And this is the month of February only, people. So take advantage. We also have Fabulous Fridays. Kiss away those wrinkles. Fabulous Fridays. You can have any tox treatment. So that's Botox, that's Dysport, Jeuveau, Xeomin at new patient pricing on Fridays in February only. Limited spots available.
And what is our new patient pricing?
So our new patient pricing, you're going to put me to the test. Okay. So I want to say it's $8.99 a unit for Jeuveau, $9.99 a unit for Botox, and then Dysport, which is dosed a little bit differently, but this pricing is similar. It's about $8.99 a unit as well. So really nice discount on that. Fabulous Fridays with Ciara. Get on her schedule, because when those positions or openings close out, that's
there's only so many in February.
I know, there's only 28 days in February. Yes. So, and we're at the 9th, something like that?
I know. This month, I feel like, has gone by so quick.
It's going to fly. Yeah, today's February 9th.
I thought it was Christmas. I
guess. It was. And then, this is one of the things that inspired us was knowing we were going to have Mike here. We have 25% off on a series of 3 CoolPeel treatments. We'll be talking about CoolPeel treatment more in our discussion here. But, the face ends up being $400 a treatment instead of $499. Face and neck, $500 a treatment instead of $675. And then if you want to do face, neck, and décolleté, you could do $675. It's like you're getting an area for free. So we'll talk about refreshing that winter skin with the CoolPeel treatment a little bit, in just a little bit here. Then we also have $25 off our Sente Dermal Repair Ultra Nourish. I don't know about you guys, but with the heat being on in the house, well, not this week, but
my skin's been
prior to now, my skin's been so dry. So Dermal Repair Ultra Nourish by Sente is $25 off. So that's awesome. If you're already stocked up on that, then we have Happy Birthday to Us. 14 years, get $14 off. All skincare products valued at $40 or more while supplies last. Things are flying off the shelves, and February's a short month, so come on in and get your skincare products. And then,
did you just put out some of your favorites here, Janet?
I did. Well, I put some of them out, and they're going to relate to the CoolPeel.
Okay.
So I'll hit those up in a little bit. And then post-holiday pounds. If you still are kind of struggling with those post-holiday pounds, we've got liver detox programs now available at $50 off. And then also you can always ask about our weight loss programs that are offered by our wellness team.
What kind of detox program?
It's a liver detox.
Oh, liver detox.
Liver detox.
As we're drinking our wine.
As we're drinking our wine.
Is that like a cleanse, like a liquid cleanse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of
It's
clear
like an
things
oil
out.
change for your bod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of put a little pep in your step, think a little clearer.
So Mike is with Cartessa, and Cartessa, they have a lot of different products, but our favorite one is the SmartZide Tetra, which is a laser for resurfacing the skin. And if you've listened to us in the past, you'll know that I always say it's my favorite treatment. I feel like it easily takes 5 years off of my patient's appearance. I've posted before and after pictures. You can check those out. I don't know if you saw it. You did. You liked it. My son is now doing my TikTok videos. So if you were wondering about that one really weird TikTok that like had the woman had the voiceover with the list,
Yes.
that would be my 12-year-old son making my TikTok videos.
Love
Mr. Pickles. Follow him at Mr. Pickles.
So just Mr. Pickles, any like underscore or anything?
No, I think it's just at Mr. Pickles.
That's awesome.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet, yeah.
Creative.
Yeah, he's 12, and he likes to make money. So I told him I'd pay him for TikTok. And the other night he's like, "Mom, I need to make $100." And I said, "Well, you got a lot of TikToks to make." So,
That's great.
and I don't have time to help you. So he said, "Just send me some devices you have at the practice." And he did all of that.
Whoa.
He found those before and after pictures. He researched what each device does, and put
I
those
love
videos together at the age of 12.
And
Love
finding his career path.
He does the video editing for the morning announcements at his school too. So
Oh my gosh,
he's
that's
my little
great.
guy. Yeah,
Entrepreneur.
yeah. So anyway,
Good
so you can check out my Insta at SpaDocAZ, and I do post pictures, and I've posted recently some of our own before and after pictures.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really good ones, yeah.
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 Love the results that we get with these treatments. So there's lots of different treatments you can do. The most common ones are CoolPeel. So
Right.
Mike, tell us what the CoolPeel is and what it does.
So CoolPeel is a new way to resurface, but to not get into much of the science on it is it's a very superficial resurfacing that allows you to get better tone, texture, pore size, helps a little bit with pigment, and the beautiful thing about it is it's quick and there's very little to no downtime. So you're slightly pink the next day. There's not you're not bloody. A lot of people think when you think of resurfacing, you're bloody and you're beat up and you're swollen. None of that post treatment. It's a 10-minute treatment, and it's fantastic to really kickstart your skin. And then the nice thing about this system is you got CoolPeel all the way to really what you see with Dr. Weiss's pictures is she is results driven, and man, she's had the previous version of this prior to it.
For years.
And man, if you're looking for big time results 5-10 years off, she's got that, which is just a little bit more downtime, but not much. And then CoolPeel, which again is your quick little downtime, really rejuvenation treatment.
So, and with CoolPeel, you can see results with one treatment, but we usually recommend a series.
Yeah, series of 3 is usually
So
what I recommend.
that's the difference. I think when you go a little bit more superficial, you might need a few more treatments. If you go a little bit more deeper with your treatment, so get a little bit more aggressive with it, you might have a little more downtime, but you can really get substantial results with one treatment.
Yeah.
So, and it's really even on the settings that I like to use for fractional laser resurfacing. The downtime is about a week. It's not, and the neck takes a little bit longer. The cell turnover on the neck and the chest will take a little bit longer than the face, so maybe you're looking at 10 days.
Right.
But for the results that you can get with these kind of treatments, the downtime is really reasonable.
I think so, and really, with the neck and the chest taking a little bit longer because the skin's thinner, you're really talking about pinkness. You're not talking like
You're not
true
bleeding.
downtime.
It doesn't look like mincemeat. It just
No.
looks like you're a little pink, like a
Yeah,
sunburn.
you're more pink, like your face resolves itself sooner. You know.
Yeah, and that's what when we say downtime, a lot of again, this is not your bleeding or you oozing. It's just typically a little pink or a little red, maybe a rough texture.
I'm going to
since
point
it's
out
kind of-
under your eyes. This is good.
Yeah.
This is a good segue to this. So you can see that Mike actually recently had a treatment. On
Can I
his
move closer to you?
eyes. And this was done on Thursday, right? And this was actually on one of the most aggressive settings of this laser. So you can see he just looks a little pink. He looks like he has a little rashy, right, underneath his eyes.
Yep.
And that's about it. Now he had another treatment, another device that Cartessa carries that can help for the fat pads underneath the eyes. So, which is really cool technology. So he had that as well. On the surface, he had the CO2 laser. So, and this is as much downtime as you can see. So,
and think about it too, is like for women, you could put a tinted moisturizer, a tinted sunscreen, you could put makeup to completely eliminate the pinkness, redness. I don't do, because again, I'm welcoming the questions. I want people to notice that I've done something. And again, so and that's the same thing with the deeper, the fractional resurfacing that Dr. Weiss does. Is this is, after a couple days, we can put some makeup on it and look completely normal. And that's what today is I mean, everyone that's out there is the paradigm now is I want more results with less downtime. And you say, I've got Friday and I need to be back on Monday. Dr. Weiss can dial in the settings and do as aggressive as she can to get you back on Monday looking completely fine.
and even with the CoolPeel, there's different settings, right?
Yep.
There's like mild, moderate,
And
deep,
aggressive,
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, so there's even variation amongst the settings for CoolPeel, and then the fractional CO2 laser that I would perform. So our laser technician, Christine, who's amazing, does our CoolPeels here, but on the deeper settings, so that's a treatment that only I perform, because I do numb patients for that with injection numbing. And obviously our laser tech can't do that, but with CoolPeel, you can just use topical numbing. That's
Absolutely.
another
Right.
amazing thing,
Yeah.
so it's great.
And we sell makeup here.
And we do. We sell the Oxygenetics, which is great.
Right, breathable foundation with SPF built in.
Yeah, so you could
Right.
put that on. Honestly, you could put that on same day as you have the treatment, which I don't recommend necessarily, because I recommend you take a day to let your skin do its thing, right?
Yeah.
At a minimum. But if you have a place to be in 3 days and you're a little pink, this foundation is fantastic. Tell us that's not the typical regimen that we use for.
Right,
So, but
right.
after CoolPeel, I mean, that's more for I have an event or something I need to attend after
Right.
I've had a laser resurfacing. But typically we use this, right?
Yes, this is the Sente Daily Essentials Dermal Repair Kit, and it has basically it's a 2-week supply. So there's plenty of product in there. You've got a gentle cream cleanser, so it's not going to irritate anything. And then the second one is going to be a dermal repair cream, which is a nice nourishing moisturizer. And then the third product is going to be a chemical-free SPF. It has a very, very light tint in it, so it's not really gonna camouflage if you're super red. You know, people
This
like
is your,
me or fair.
This is
That's
your
take-home.
gentle take-home, gentle. So whatever you're using at home, stop using it for a little bit
Yep,
and use this. And this comes with the cost of your CoolPeel.
yep.
We
Love
include that.
that.
Yeah, and then I have some other products here, as you pointed out, Dr. Weiss. I've got products from the Elastin skincare line.
Which we love.
Yep. The first product that I have is Elastin Nectar. So you can kind of think of that as almost like a serum, but it's used pre-procedure. So this is great pre-CoolPeel. It's great pre-Tetra CO2 to kind of calm your skin, to help clear out any cellular debris. So getting rid of those damaged cells and helping to rebuild brand new healthy cells. So the idea is that you start using this 2 weeks beforehand, and it gets your skin ready, so you get the most out of your CoolPeel treatment or your CO2 treatment.
It's like a detox for your skin.
Yeah,
Getting
that's a
rid of
good
all
way.
the gunk.
Yeah.
So that way your skin is going to respond optimally to your treatment.
And if you have this, and I highly recommend that people use this starting 2 weeks beforehand, you can integrate it with this for your post-care. There's certainly enough product for you to use twice a day. So this is the first thing you would put on your skin, and then you just layer over the rest with it. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up was the Elastin Hydra Tint, because so many people enjoy this. It has just enough tint in it, and it's mineral-based SPF. So this is great to use, before and after. I mean, this is what I wear
use
every day. So on my skin. If you're the type of person that likes to actually wear makeup and you don't, like having something that's a sunscreen and a tint, I mean, that's basically how I use this. Then Elastin has this silk shield, which is just amazing. It goes on so nice and light, so smooth. You don't feel greasy, oily. You can wear makeup over it.
This feels
Chris,
like a primer.
I was just about to say, Christine's actually using it as a primer.
And
Okay.
it feels like that. It's so silky. It feels like a primer. But I will be honest, my husband loves this product. And it's the only product in 14 years that I have gotten him to put on his face every day. So, and he even takes it when he travels and stuff. Like, he loves it that much. So this is an untinted SPF that feels really nice when you put it on. And it has their active ingredient in it. So it has technology. So it's an anti-aging product and an SPF that feels really good on your skin.
Yeah, and it looks good. You don't get a don't get a blue hue. You don't get a white hue. You don't look shiny. You don't smell like sunscreen.
Right. It has no scent or anything like that.
They have nailed it
Yes.
with these products. They have other products that I love too. That's on one of my videos that Jill did for me because I love the line. But I just thought I wanted to pull these out because I think they work great with.
And $14
Yeah.
off each one of those.
Right?
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Yes. And what else was I going to say about this? This is the only SPF that I know of that actually has active ingredient,
Right.
like
But
anti-aging.
it's a treatment.
It's like a
Yeah.
one-stop shop. So
Yeah.
perfect for the men in your life. So Valentine's Day is coming up. So
Yeah.
think about that. $14.
Oh, speaking
And
thank you.
gift cards.
We are selling gift cards this month. Well, till the
Yeah,
14th of this month.
Oh no, that's just.
Tell your
Mhm.
hubby,
That's this
tell
one. That's
your
like next
loved
week.
one. Yeah, because Valentine's Day is
Monday.
Monday, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
remember.
See,
I
Mike
have a funny
knows.
story about that.
Mike knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, too late.
So buy a gift certificate for $100 or more. So tell your loved ones, and get a free box of Godiva chocolate.
Yeah, so we'll give you, like, you're going to have your whole gift ready to go for
Yep.
your loved one because you're going to have your gift certificate and your chocolates.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we got you covered.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. That's only available through Monday,
Yep.
14th, while supplies last.
And if you guys don't get it, we're going to have to eat the chocolates. So please
Yeah.
come and buy some gift certificates.
Yes.
Ben did not make a reservation
Oh, no.
until like a couple days ago. He could not find a reservation anywhere. So guess where we're going for Valentine's Day? Almost as bad, if not maybe a little worse.
I like
Oh,
that.
no.
We're going to the Buffalo Chip.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you bull riding?
I feel like that's
Bull riding for sure.
There's no more romantic place. than
Oh, then the Buffalo Chip. So I'm gonna don my baby dukes, and we're going to the Buffalo Chip for Valentine's.
That's where we had our holiday party, right?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
It was a lot of
Do you guys
fun.
still have reservations?
It's not romantic. They probably do.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't even.
See you there,
Do you
Michael.
need reservations?
Yes.
You-
For
to-
Valentine's Day, you need a reservation
Anywhere.
at Applebee's. Yes.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
It's a Monday though.
It doesn't
It
even
doesn't
matter. It is
matter.
a Hallmark
Saturday
holiday.
was gonna
Okay,
visit.
Mike, promise me you're not going to say that to Marie.
Mhm.
Well,
But it's
she's hopefully she's
Monday.
not watching.
But I said to Craig, because of our usual place that we like to go, he was trying to get reservations and there was nothing available. So I said, let's just go out on Tuesday. Who cares? Or
Right.
even
I
during
hate going out on like
16
holidays
years.
or
What
whatever.
difference does it
Mhm.
make? So
So I like better. So especially with good wine, because we're a couple of good wine members.
yes,
I like to just cook a steak at home with like lobster, or,
yes,
Mhm.
and then get out a nice bottle that would be like $500 at the store at the
yes.
restaurant.
Yeah.
Actually, that is
so
what I
much
said to Greg.
You know
I said home is where we should
Yeah,
go.
you guys have a fabulous kitchen.
And a Traeger.
I'm going to,
Oh.
yes.
It's smokesome.
You're
It's
like,
like, it's tilting.
Oh, no.
a tilt-a-whirl happening. And she's like,
I like
yes,
that
we have
ride.
a Traeger and we have wine. So I
Is
mean,
the
what
Traeger
more do we
new?
need? The Traeger?
Is it new?
Yeah. Well, I mean, within the last year or two.
Okay. Are you guys?
And
smoking
she
that?
knows how to use
I
it.
know how to
Why
use
don't we
that.
just all come to your house on the 14th?
Hi, Greg. You're coming. What are you grilling?
Yeah. Well, Meg Mesher is coming into town that
Oh,
weekend.
See?
So, yeah, so
Is
that's super,
she
she's super fun.
kidding?
She's not.
No.
She's actually the
She's a
rep
lot
for
of fun.
Renew Me,
She's
and
a
she's a
dog.
Oh,
lot of fun,
okay.
and she's a friend of mine, and she's staying with me, so we might have
She's
some
staying?
fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Gotta be
Yeah,
good
we're,
fun.
Yeah.
we're good friends. And actually, well,
Oh no.
I can't say anything. I won't say anything out loud. But anyway, we're going to be having a good time that weekend.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Yeah. That'll be fun.
Hey, before we switch topics, my wife tried this from the Elastin rep because I network with her, and just a week and a half ago ran out, and every single day for about like 10 times a day. Mike, did you get my Elastin? Did you get my Elastin hydrogen? Did you get my Elastin hydrogen? Did you get my Elastin hydrogen? Did you get my Elastin hydrogen?
Yes.
Finally,
And
I
you
got
still
it.
forget.
Well, so I forgot for probably a good week.
And then he was in the doghouse.
And then I slept on the couch for a couple of days.
So
She got it and she's happy now. She loves that stuff. So
we're going to be giving
fantastic.
Mike some hydrogen to go home with, along with some Godiva chocolates, and that will be her Valentine's.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Hopefully there's no steak at the store.
Yeah. If not, do scallops.
Oh, there we go.
So, do we
Yeah.
have any questions about?
Yep, just one.
Yes.
So, which process is better for old skin?
So, if you are,
Hold on. She said clear, brilliant, or CoolPeel.
CoolPeel.
Yeah.
CoolPeel.
Yep.
For
mhm.
sure. And then it's a question of, is it CoolPeel or is it the Smart
CO2.
Skin, or the CO2, the Smart Side Tetra? Because the thing with this is, how far do we want to take it? And are you willing to do a series of treatments, or are you willing to do one treatment to really see results? So my recommendation would be to book a consult with me, and we can decide which way you want to go, like based on your lifestyle and all of that.
Yeah, tolerance for downtime.
With the CoolPeel, can you add anything with it treatment wise?
With the CoolPeel?
Yeah, we could do combo treatments with
Sure,
it.
of
Yep.
course. You could do PRXT, same day. You could do RF microneedling, same day, love that.
Yep.
You can do IPL, same day. I like to say when we combine treatments, it's a 1 + 1 is 3 kind of a result. So try to maximize your results with the fewest number of treatments possible.
Yeah.
Because again, less downtime. So yeah, there's lots of things that you can do to combine. RF microneedling and CoolPeel, probably my favorite, unless you've got a lot of pigmentation problems, in which case IPL.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. So, I mean, come in. I mean, I recommend coming in and chatting with them. And then they've got all the technology you can think of here, so they'll put a good package together for you.
Yeah.
And really, again, the 1 + 1 = 3 is definitely the right analogy.
She said, I need to switch my clear and brilliant appointment to a CoolPeel, I think.
We got you, girl. Yeah, not that I don't love a Clear and Brilliant, but Clear and Brilliant's going to be a little bit more. It's going to be less aggressive. That's more of a maintenance type treatment, right?
Yeah.
So.
Get some pigment. That'll take some
Yeah,
pigment
I
off
mean,
it.
I think that the Clear and Brilliant has 2 hand pieces, right? It's got the standard hand piece. It has the permanent hand piece. We love them both. That's a treatment that I do. Like, I don't mess with facials so much and any of that anymore. But like for like regular maintenance type treatments, I love a CoolPeel. But if I really want to see results, like now, I'm going to do
Do it.
CO2.
Yeah.
CoolPeel or CO2.
And
Yep.
also, fantastic time to do it as we're trying to get ready for summer bodies and the heat of the summer. This is laser season. Good
Yeah.
time.
Speaking of bodies, you can use these treatments anywhere on the
Oh,
body.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, like Jill was asking me yesterday about the backs of her hands. And absolutely, yes, like add the backs of your hands because that gives away our age. Do your chest. You can really treat anywhere you have skin. Honestly, you can treat with the laser.
Yeah, and you
So,
relax the arms, knees.
Right.
where you got that crinkly skin. So yes, you can treat anywhere. Acne scars, great
Absolutely.
for acne scars. RF microneedling with the CoolPeel, amazing for acne scars.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get that tightening.
Yes.
That would be good here too.
So I want to do it on like right here because I have that after the twins, I have that like creepiness
Yeah.
right there.
I would,
Yeah,
I would
wanna
do RF
tighten that up.
microneedling
Yeah,
and CoolPeel or
Over-
So you
Mhm.
get a deeper heating contraction of the skin and then superficial resurfacing.
Yeah.
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 No, that
fantastic.
sounds good.
Exciting.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we have pretty much anything you need. My recommendation is always to book a consult because we can go over your specific needs, your work schedule, your what your
Social
tolerance
life,
for downtime. So we can really tailor a treatment regimen for you specifically.
Yeah.
And I think just working the front desk, consults, I don't think people understand how valuable. Like, you try to get all this information, but when you actually stop and get a consult, I mean, I think it's amazing, you know, oh, you could do CoolPeel on the back of the hands. You could also do filler on the back of the hands. Like, there's so much more that comes with it. I just want to let everybody know.
Well, and you know what? In this day and age, information is so readily available. You know, you just hop on the internet, you type in one word, and you get all this information. And people can find things and say, oh, well, that sounds like me. Well, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. Well, where do I start? Which one's the right one for me? What's best for me? And that's where the consult comes in, is that you don't have to try and figure it out.
I mean, even in our own practice, we have so many different treatments.
Yeah.
So it's about narrowing it down for what's going to be the best for you specifically, based on your skin, right? Your particular skincare needs.
Yeah.
And how much downtime and how expensive and all the finances and everything else. So we can really narrow all of that down and figure out what's going to work for you.
Yeah. Because it's not one size fits all.
It's not. And I think sometimes as a patient, when you come in or you're nervous, thinking a consult is like sitting down in the hot seat at a used car dealership, and you're just gonna get hammered and you're not gonna leave until they get you something. Not the fact here. They're very good at giving you all the options, and then also looking at your timeline too, because that's something. Maybe we want to do this over a year. Maybe we want to do this over 2 years. And we want to space things out, and they're fantastic at that.
Yeah, my recommendation is going to be very different for the person who comes in and says, listen, I have my wedding at the end of March, versus I just want to look better, and here are my concerns, and I have a year or two, you know, we're not in as much of a rush. And then how are you going to fit in injectables in there? Because, you know, I like to say aging is a multi-tissue issue.
Right, absolutely.
So we lose fat as we age in our face, and sometimes we gain it here. We lose it in our face, and we have dynamic wrinkles that we create on our skin from facial expressions. So, you know, adding in your fillers and your tox, your neuromodulators, and then fitting in laser resurfacing or RF microneedling. And are we doing those in a series? Are we doing those, are we blasting it out so that we can get you ready for an event? You know, so I think all of that kind of goes into the consult.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Then your budget. Let's, you know, that we have to talk about. You know, so what's going to fit in your budget, and we will make it work for you. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Do you guys do any cool financing options?
Well, we have
Care Credit.
Okay.
So we accept Care Credit, 6 months no interest. So that makes it really nice, whether someone wants to use that for part of their treatment or all of their treatment. You know, we can split payment methods, you know, with that. So that's really nice.
And we have skin insurance.
Yeah, and we have skin insurance too. So skin insurance is a way that people can buy 6 treatments, but they're not committing to 6 microneedling or 6 photofacial or 6 CoolPeel. It's 6 treatments for basically $1,000, and it has no expiration date. They can use it as quickly or slowly as they want. Dr. Weiss and both you, Mike, were talking about combination treatments. So they could use 2 of their 6 skin insurance treatments to do a combo treatment, right? It's not like you can just use one at a time. You know, and that brings down the cost significantly to $166.50 per treatment. And many of these treatments are, you know, $275, $325, and beyond. You know,
we'll say the CoolPeel, right?
Yeah,
And then the upgrade.
You know, there's a little bit of an upgrade on that, but it's still substantially less. You know, you're saving quite a bit, whether that's CoolPeel or, you know, RF microneedling, PRXT. You know, it's just minimal.
And the other thing I will mention, when you treat your face and neck with the fractional CO2 that I do, you actually get a free skin insurance program.
Yeah. So you get those
$6,000. So it's essentially it's the equivalent of the cost of treating your neck. You get for your maintenance treatments.
Yeah. And so that's just going to enhance your results and keep those results going. Or if pigment's an issue for you, additional photofacial treatments to help clear up that pigment or that poikiloderma. You know, even though the CO2 is going to help with some of those brown spots. But, you know, we could just use them towards photofacial, or we could mix and match. And the good thing is Christine is well versed in all the treatments. So she's an esthetician, she's a dual licensed laser technician, and so she'll help guide the patient, you know?
So I love that we include that.
Yeah.
Because then we're giving patients the maintenance.
Yeah.
And you know, you'll see results right away, but it can take, your final result takes a bit of time to see.
Yep.
So then they're doing something sort of
In the
meantime to get them from point A to point B faster.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and then being able to maintain.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing is when people come to us, I think sometimes people are coming to us and they're using, you know, we ask, you know, well, what are you using in your skincare regimen? And they're like, I use a little bit of this,
Soap.
I use a little bit of that, might use bar soap or whatever.
Coconut oil.
And, yeah, and what you use at home, you know,
Makes a difference.
it makes a big difference.
Huge.
And so, you know, I like to get people on a skincare regimen that works for them and their lifestyle and their budget, that's going to get their skin ready. If we're going to be, especially if we're going to be doing some type of, you know, transformation, you know, I'm getting married, or my kid's getting married, or I have my high school reunion, or, you know, whatever. You know, let's get you on a good skincare regimen. Let's get your skin really healthy, so that way you get the most out of these treatments that we're doing. It's like diet and exercise, right? If you want to lose weight, you can just diet, you can just exercise, but you're going to get further faster, you're going to get better results if you do both. It's the same thing here. If you're using medical grade skincare and then you're doing the professional treatments, those two things we're going to get you further faster, and we're going to get you better results overall. So, you know,
You're
that takes
investing.
time.
It's an investment in
Yeah.
you, right? So you're talking about a personal investment in looking better, and you want to protect that investment.
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
where your home care comes in.
Yeah, and I have another thing that's a great point, and another thing that kind of reminds me of is a lot of people say, well, I really don't use sunscreen because I'm really not outside a lot. And the point is that
Your face, Mike. You're like, oh no.
I never use them.
Yeah, first of all, most of us do hop in the car right there. The windshield is a huge magnifying glass. It's a problem for us. You know, the other thing is, if we're in an office, you know, you've got windows lots of times, right? So you have natural sunlight coming through, you have the overhead lights, you have the light from your computer screen, you know, we have our phones in front of our face. That blue light is damaging too. And so,
And just a lot of the products, the sunscreen products also have antioxidants in them.
right,
So they're helping to prevent even the oxidative stress and damage on our skin that's just caused from pollution and all the other stuff that we
Right.
encounter. So yeah, I always, it's so hard
Yeah,
when
I
people,
know.
patients, they're so like set that they don't need it,
right.
but it's,
We do, and you don't have to
You
put
need it.
chemicals on your skin. You know, there's all these great mineral-based SPFs. We've got them from Elastin. We have them from Skin Better
we don't
Science.
have any chemical
No
based
chemicals.
No.
SPFs in our
There's
practice
no
because
need to put chemicals
we're
on your
recommending
skin.
SPF to be used every single day. These are the products that you're putting on your skin every day. We're not gonna have you using something with chemicals. So, you know, there was a New England Journal of Medicine article that showed that we absorb those chemicals.
Right.
What those chemicals are doing to us, I don't think they've made that next step in their
No.
research, but it can be good. We shouldn't be
Right.
having those things circulating in our bloodstream. So,
Right.
yeah, so all of the SPF products that we carry are physical tinted or untinted SPFs that the main ingredient is either titanium or zinc. Those things don't get absorbed into our bloodstream.
Yeah, and a lot of countries now have banned chemical sunscreens.
Mhm.
You can't buy them. You're not supposed to bring them into their countries. You know, it destroys the barrier reef. Australia is a big one.
Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii as well.
Okay, I remember like many years ago when I would just spray on sunscreen,
Mm-hmm.
and you get in the pool and you just see this like cloud.
Oh yeah,
Right.
it's like there's an oil slick.
Yeah.
But I gave that look because I was that person a while back where I wasn't putting sunscreen on every day. And I don't think people realize until they're 60, 70, 80 and their skin is now like pigmented like crazy or wrinkles, how much not protecting your skin does in your youth.
Right.
And if you can do it earlier and get good skin care, you're also going to have less wrinkles, you're going to have less laxity, you're going to have less issues with reds and browns when you get older. And you don't have to do this massive correction later.
Right.
Just protect. It's like an ounce of protection.
And it's pretty easy. I mean, there's brushes. There's really good non-mineral. I mean, it's pretty easy.
We even
now
have
to
compacts.
do.
Like if you like makeup, we have a compact that's SPF 68. Like we have plenty of options. We'll find one that works for you that you're willing to put on your skin every day. Like I said, I finally got one for my husband. But I can't stress the importance enough that you're just using an SPF every single day. And people are like, oh well, it's in my makeup, but it's like. Is it, you live in Arizona, if it's an SPF 15, I'm sorry, that's not even anything.
Right.
So, and it's probably chemical based, so you have to really make sure that what you're using, unless it's like bare minerals or something. But I use stuff, like I'll layer SPFs on SPFs, like I don't want anything getting through, right? Yeah, I spend a lot of time and effort trying to keep my skin looking healthy, and I'm not willing to risk it.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Me neither.
Any other questions? No? Okay.
All right.
Well, hopefully you guys get in on some of our specials. I hope you enjoyed today's segment. And thank you again to Mike Miles. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
For the third time, apparently.
Yeah.
Let me just finish my wine.
Yeah, enjoy that. We're not going to rush him out the door.
Well, I had a blast. Thanks for having me. And anyone out there, I've known this practice for 10 years now. Dr. Weiss, I said it in the first one we had. She was the first doctor that I actually worked with in the space. And ethical, fun, very nice, very approachable, and also fair. Again, I've been into practices that say, well, it's going to be $10,000 for what you need, and that's not what you get here. Again, it's going to be fair. They're going to give you a good treatment program, and the pricing again is fair for way more than fair for what you're going to get.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, that was
Thank
nice.
Thank you.
It's so true.
Yeah,
All right.
we want to help you, right?
Mhm.
So we really want to help our patients. And if I could lower the price to free, I would, but obviously I can't
Right.
because to me, this is fun. It's fun to help people. And it's not always about the bottom line, right? And so, anyway, but I appreciate you saying that. Because it is a crazy industry. There's people out there that will rip you off.
Yeah.
And you don't stay around for 14 years ripping people off. I'll tell you that right now.
Especially not during a pandemic
No.
and a whole economy
Collapse.
Now,
Right.
before I want to make sure that we get a little plug in. What is opening soon?
What is opening? Oh, so I don't even talk about this stuff. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I happen to be opening another business. So thank you, Mike. So Tox and Tonic is going to be coming to Gilbert March 1st. And this is a new venture for me. And I have some business partners who they know who they are. So thank you for partnering with me on this. This was a brainchild of mine for many years. And I kept bugging people about it. Like, hey, what do you think about doing this? So Tox and Tonic is a boutique Botox, essentially a Botox boutique, right? Though I don't want to just brand Botox because there's lots of tox products out now. So there's Jeuveau, there's Dysport, there's Xeomin, and there's Botox. So we're just calling it Tox and Tonic. And it is a membership subscription based practice, though you can come in and have a treatment without that, but you'll get discounted rates as a member. And it's just meant to be fun, quick. Book your appointments online. We have actually formulated our own medical grade skincare line called Skin Tonic that will be available only at Tox and Tonic locations. Our goal, like my vision for this is to branch out into lots of different areas of the valley, but also to potentially franchise this model into other parts of the country.
Yeah.
So we're underserved in terms of Botox, underserved areas. No, not really. But you know, the thing is that people want to get wrinkle reduction. They want to do it quickly, easily, decrease the barriers to access. And we're going to be training our nurse injectors when we have nurse injectors that we're putting through Tox and Tonic University. That's what we're calling it.
I love it.
with our medical director, Dr. Loree Hooker, who, if you've never met her, she's actually been a guest on our show. She's amazing. She is a clinical trainer. Here in the
Amazing
back.
Teacher. Amazing.
Yeah.
So,
Best.
so all of our injectors are going to be having extensive training through her program, and we're just super excited about it. We're kind of trying to disrupt the industry a little bit when it comes to neuromodulator treatments, because it's like the #1 treatment that brings people in.
Yep.
It's such a quick and easy treatment that you could, and I'll be honest, it's the one thing that people will cheat on me. Like, they'll go somewhere else.
Yep.
Right.
Because if they can't get in, it's like getting your haircut. Like, if you can't get in when you need it, you're going to go somewhere else.
Right.
And so I thought, why don't we just make this more accessible for people? So it doesn't have to be that you need to come to see a physician like myself to get this kind of treatment. If we have well-trained people out there that can treat these patients, and then you can come and see me for your filler. You can come and see me for your laser treatment. But it's really exciting. So
What are the crossroads?
it is on Gilbert Road.
Gilbert
Right.
and
Gilbert.
So I live in Gilbert, so I hope it's close.
It's called the Glam Studio. It's
Okay.
it's within the Glam Studio. I don't know if you're
Okay.
familiar with that,
Yeah, so
but it's right near downtown Gilbert.
okay. Yeah, that's between Warner and or Elliott and Guad.
Yes,
Okay.
and you can find us on Tox and Tonic, ToxandTonic.com.
Wow,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, I'm Norterra Family Medicine, Paradise Medspa, and now Tox and Tonic all opening in February. Like, it's
Oh, yeah,
always
that's
it's
right.
kind of a
This time of year.
best time of year to do this, and Meg has helped me as a consultant for Tox and Tonic, so that's why she's actually coming in. And she's coming in the weekend of our anniversary for this practice, so I feel like it's like a celebration, and it's super exciting. So
Very cool.
Mhm.
Yay, cheers to that.
yeah, cheers! Next venture, and it's not going to affect Paradise Medspa operations in any way, so I'll still be here seeing my patients. This is my this is where my heart lies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're home.
this is my home.
Yay.
It's just something fun.
I'm glad that at least a piece of you is gonna be closer to me and Gilbert.
That's right.
Tox and Tonic. So my mother thought it was a bar. She goes, "Are you opening
Oh,
a
no.
bar? What are you talking about, Tox and
Tonic.
Tonic?" Tonic is Skin Tonic is the private labeled
Yeah, but it
formulated.
the play on
skincare.
words is
Yeah.
awesome too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just fun. And then we're also going to be doing tonic injections, which are your energy boost injections, your weight loss injections, detox injections, and things. So
Quick and
anyway,
easy.
quick and easy. If you live
Yep.
in the Gilbert area, check us out.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks, everyone.